In essence, the purpose of everything that's happening on the planet now is unity. To put it and wrap it in one word, it's simply unity. All these things are forcing us to come together in a very unique way that hasn't happened on the planet before. So even the idea of the coronavirus, as an example, the coronavirus itself also has a consciousness, just like everything else. So the idea is not to work against the coronavirus and fight it and want to beat it, but it's also to learn to work in harmony with the idea of the coronavirus by realizing what its purpose is. And the purpose of the coronavirus is simply to shift us into a new way of being. It's telling us that the way that we were living, the way that we were working is no longer working. Being so much hustle and grind, focused on doing these unfulfilling jobs, these playing small versions of our passions. What the coronavirus is teaching us as a spiritual lesson is to go deeper inside and to raise our frequency, because on some level, when you come into a harmony with yourself, into a higher frequency with yourself, the coronavirus can't harm you. And this is scientific. When we're in higher states of joy and we're in higher states of harmony, we produce the antibodies, we produce the enzymes, we generate the immune system that allows us to be healthier than the average person. And so what this coronavirus is doing is it's placing emphasis on the importance of that unity between ourselves and spirit, ourselves and life, ourselves and other people, so that we could come into higher states of harmony and alchemize our system from the inside out, so that we step into higher levels of health and immunity and so on and so forth. And so what people can most do to navigate themselves through this time is to learn the art of alignment. And what we mean by the art of alignment is to simply learn to be more open, to go into states of openness. And I'm going to break this down for you. So, on the contrast, what a lot of people do is they even though they might know that life provides for them, they push against life. They're like, okay, I need to make this happen, because if I don't do it, nothing's going to happen. I need to hustle. I need to grind. That shows that there's not a full trust in life, because in truth, life will give you everything. And it's not only wanting to give you everything, it needs you to understand that it will give you everything so that you experience more harmony. Because when you realize that you could literally just sit back and receive clarity and receive guidance and receive inspiration, then that develops a type of harmony inside of you that allows you to move in a certain way, think in a certain way, behave in certain ways, that pumps out more harmonious frequencies for you and the people around you, right? So from that perspective, it is the best thing for you and the planet to come into harmony with life. So then the question becomes, okay, well, how do I do that? If you remember, when we were children, we just lived in these states of openness, right? When we lived in the states of openness and curiosity and wonder, and there was just something that led us through life. It was just like, I feel like doing this, and I feel like doing that. And then we get different ideas and different inspirations, and then our parents would provide, and life would provide, and everything was handed to us. That wasn't just because we were kids and that's what's supposed to happen. That's also because that was our vibration, that was our law of attraction at that point. That's how we were vibrating in reality before we became more conditioned to have to work for what we want when it was already given to us. So the idea is to let go of the need to figure things out, or to hustle, or to grind, or to look for what you need to go next, and imagine yourself like a plant where life is just trying to water you, and to allow yourself right now to begin to shift into a state of more openness. Openness meaning taking a moment right now and feel what it would feel like if you let yourself become more open and just let yourself receive the life force energy that's already flowing through you right now. You can feel those instreamings of life if you allow yourself to, if you don't push them aside. And as you just allow yourself to receive and realize that you don't need to give in order to receive, you can literally just receive. So as you go into a state of receptivity, of openness, you're going to start to feel more of the instreamings of life force energy. And as you feel that, you let it nourish you, you let it breathe through you, you let it move you, and you just allow yourself to begin to follow the different pings in your consciousness that show up from that point. So as you're in receptive mode and you're just allowing yourself to receive life force energy, all of a sudden you might be like, you know what? I feel like taking a bubble bath. And the idea of taking a bubble bath might seem completely ridiculous to your mind because you have to do all these other things. But life is pinging you to take a bubble bath. And you know it's the right direction for you because it's also in the direction of a lighter feeling. It feels lighter to go towards the bubble bath. And for all you know, by going to that bubble bath, you'll be sitting in, you'll be raising your vibrational frequency into states of joy and gratitude and, oh, this feels good. And all of a sudden you come into vibrational harmony with inspiration. And inspiration drops in the bubble bath that tells you the next step. And you're just like, oh my God, this is what I need to do. And everything is literally being given to you without you having to look for it. You can literally do nothing and receive everything. This is what beingness is all about. This is what coming into harmony with life is all about. It's allowing yourself to receive the instreamings of life force energy, letting it guide you, tell you what to do so that you don't need to figure things out. And that will create a ripple effect of more harmony and unity in the world that will raise your health, raise your immune system, raise your joy, expand your consciousness, develop your gifts, and bring you more into the experience of heaven on earth. Because at the end of the day, heaven is not a destination. It's a state of being. Heaven is a place inside yourself. It's a place inside the soul. And all it takes is the receiving of your intuition and inspiration and life force energies to experience life and reality in that way. Because whether you know it or not, there are many people like the person in front of you who experience heaven right now. There are many people who experience bliss every single day, ease every single day. Even through hardships, it doesn't have to feel so heavy when you don't have resistance to it and you understand it's just an emanation of life. And so the most important thing that you can do is to just let yourself receive, become open, and become joyfully open, become curiously open, become excited about, okay, where does life want to guide me to? And you'll feel little pockets opening up in your consciousness. Just follow those pings, follow those pockets. And yes, your mind might come in and be like, yeah, but just become aware, take a second and realize, is that a limitation? Is that a limiting belief? Does it feel heavier than the direction that's opening up for me? Because that's your cue to decide, what do you prefer to choose? What reality do you choose?